Welcome everybody to the late night tinkering shop. Today I'm going to mess with this little foam. This is a crappy cover I bought and I put on because, can I see this if it turned off? I think you can. You can see there I really battered my phone before I went on a holiday. And I put this really bad cover on it just to hold the glass apart. It's pretty thick. It's supposed to be a secret one, so it's got some kind of polarization to it, but it was too narrow. It was a partial cover rather than a full color cover, so I never used it originally. I just put it on because I broke the screen. Now in this little late night tinkering video, we're going to try and fix this. I did this several weeks ago. I was traveling for 3 weeks, so it's been 4 weeks since this box, can hardly fit it in the screen, came. This box is a screen replacement. I ordered it from some Chinese site, Alibaba or whatever it's called. It was $50. I can only find it for 100 and something anywhere else, so hopefully it's the right one. Also separately I bought these guys. These are supposed to be seals. Now, these were super cheap. These were like $5, and again from some Chinese store. And it says XP on them, so can't be wrong, can it? And they look like they're the right size. I believe it's the front and the back seal. So what kind of confused me, if we pull the screen out, it also came with a seal of some kind. I think it's a bit of adhesive, maybe it's separate. Looks like a double-sided piece of adhesive. And the screen does only say Xperia X, and this is the XP. Maybe they're the same screens, I don't know. We'll discover this out. Now I believe with this you have to kind of heat them up to melt the seal inside, so it's going to be fun, it's going to be an adventure. It's bloody freezing in here, so we got a big mug of coffee, loads of chocolate. What can go wrong? I'm going to warm this up. I put a XT60 plug on it. I'm going to put it into my bench. Okay, so I got this plugged into my bench power supply, so this tablet should heat up now. I'd love some mica or something because I don't really want to put my phone on here. It might be a lot of heat. But it's all we got. Okay, I'm going to stick my phone on here so it kind of warms up with the plate. Just want to get that back face. It's only at like 24 so far on the metal and probably a lot less on the glass. It's nice to warm my hands up anyway in here. It's freezing. Okay, this is getting quite toasty now. Can hardly touch it. It's just left the phone on there so it'll warm up slowly. Let's have a look on this crappy thermocouple. Ideally I think I want it up to like 50 to 60 degrees C at least. So I'm saying it's like 45 degrees. I think it's warmer than that in that thermocouple. So let's try it with the thermal. See what the thermal has to say. Yeah, that's reading at 60 degrees. That should be good. Let's have a look at the phone. 50 degrees on the phone. That should be hot enough. Definitely. Leave that on there for a little bit. And straight away we'll try and get this bugger. See, it'll pop off a little. Oh yeah, that's loose as anything now. You can see how easy that, probably not focusing, but that comes up so easy now it's warm. Yep, that's like it's like pulling a newly applied warm sticker off. See how easy that is. I hope that's in focus. I don't know what the setup is around. Oh, and that definitely helped with the heat. Made a huge difference. I don't have to worry about the seal too much because I've got a new one. There is the back of our Sony Xperia off. So you could quite easily change the battery if you bought the cheap kit, and you can get a new battery. It says a 2700 milliamp hour. The problem is now you can see it's stretched it, and that one's not going to go back in place. So you definitely need to buy the seals if you're going to do this. Might help to pull them off while it's still warm as well, so nice and clean. Probably go around the edge there with some alcohol cleaner. It's still super warm, so I might try and just take the front off, because I'm not sure you have to take all the gubbins out to get the screen off. Okay, left it on there a little bit longer, and let's see if that helps, because it was a bit sticky at the top before. It's kind of stuck it back together there now. Eek. This is a lot messier than I thought it would be. Yeah, that's a lot messier because the way the screen cracked, and I didn't really get the heat into it, probably because I left the cover on, which is not as conductive. But we're kind of there. Don't think anything's damaged under there. Okay, so it looks like the screen actually goes through here. So it goes through this area here and comes underneath this bit of plastic. So we have to take this plastic off so we can plug the new screen in, get the old one out. We look at the back of the screens. I'm wondering if it is the same one, because this one has this square here. Okay, so we took some little two screws out there, and this little guy lifts up, and now we can kind of might be able to lift this screen up. This screen. Let's hope it's not stuck. There we go. That should. That's the only reason you have to take the back off. If you're ever doing this, you have to take the back off just to get to that. And voila! There is the old one. Slightly worse for wear than the new one. Ah, it looks a bit different. The connector's the same, but there's a chip on that. Most of it's the same apart from this bit on the right. Looks like it's got two layers. This one's got a chip there. Can only try it and see. This is like the X more RS camera here. Sensor, that's all it is. This is a similar thing you'll find on the Mavic too. It's not as good as this on the Mavic, I don't believe. I think it's just the X more, not the X more RS. So this has adhesive on it, so you just pull one of these off, then you can stick it in, firm it down, pull the other one off, and then put the screen on, or the back, whichever side you're doing. And then I think you push it all in place, and then you can throw it back on the heat for a bit maybe, and that'll help it. This Xperia is like, I think it's like 6th generation of these top of the line Sony phones, and this was the first Z1. Now I think the Z1 is better build quality in really, because it's like a billet piece of aluminium they machined it out of. Now this is just the back piece is just, so yeah, this is the back piece. It's just an extremely thin piece of sheet of aluminium, like formed around the outsides, it looks like. So this is actually, the main body of this is just, I think it's like an extruded piece, and they bent it and it's joined there and there. So it's just bent into the shape, and then the insides are just plastic. So definitely the build quality is not as good, I wouldn't say. Okay, so everything's cleaned off and it's ready for the reseal and the screen fit, I think. So I'll just double check where this all goes. I'm playing all this, but I don't really know what I'm doing, so that's the wrong way around. Kind of. So I believe I can pull this off like so, and then I can very small seal, and it feels like the landing areas are tiny. But it's like it is made like this to try and take it off while keeping it down. Ugh, that's not coming off too easy. Leave it to the screen to do the rest. It feels like it's gone on pretty well. Feels like the connector fits. Does feel like a good fit. Shall I try and turn it on? Oh! Hello, an uncracked screen. Woohoo! I don't know if I'm going to try see if it's waterproof or not. I probably should, but I don't know if I want to. And does a touch screen? Yes! Awesome. Well, it works as much as that, and turn it off quickly so it's like break something. Okay, really looking at this, it seems I put it in the back first because the big piece you pull off, and I think it fits like that. Try and drop it in so it lines it all up before we... Well, that went in very nice. So that's a lot easier. So if you're just doing your battery, if you're replacing a battery, the back's a lot easier than the screen. It might be obvious, but it's true. Give the lens one last tickle. How's your father? And she goes. Okay. A little bit cautious that I've not some fluff on the lens before I do this. There we go, neat as you can get. Now, do I need to heat it up? Smooth as can be. Slot the SIM and memory card back in. These things are so tiny now. Need robot fingers. Now, I don't believe you need to heat up. I think with that adhesive it's going to be good enough. Now I do have this $7 cover. I've ordered the Sony one, which protects the front as well. It was like $40 odd. It's not cheap. So I do have this one as a temporary one. This one was $7, I think. You can see why already. Oh, it's unbroken. And there we go. Fantastic. Works. Thanks for watching. I'll leave you with a little sunset.